All right, welcome back. So this is our vlog for week 2 of our 28-week training plan for the Squamish 50-50. So how did week 2 go? Not too bad. So this week we got 25 miles in the tank, and it felt pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Um, what did that look like? It was essentially across 5 runs. Sorry, trying a different tool this time out. We'll see if this works better. Anyways, 5 runs, and that was structured with 3 runs through the week, 2 on the weekend. Um, and yeah, let me talk about a little bit how the plan works. Essentially, in the week, we have this like cluster of runs, which are kind of like your base building with a little bit of a speed or a hill session in. So typically, you'll start kind of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, uh, and the or the hill event or the speed work will always be kind of sandwiched in between 2 base building runs. So for like this particular week, that looked like this guy here. So we did like 8K into 5K speed work into another 8K on the backside. And then the weekend is where we hone in on trying to work on our long distance. And we do 2 long slow days back to back. The first being by distance, the second being by time. So for this second week, it was just under 13K. And then for the time session, 45 minutes, how much distance can you get? Always keeping in mind, we're going by like our heart rate and our overall kind of effort on those long, slow days. So in this case, it actually slightly less mileage than week 1 because 7-minute pace felt uh, what was great and easy. So went out and did that. So that was kind of what the cardio aspect looked like. I also was able to get in one heavy leg day. This particular one is pretty simple, just squats and deadlifts, nothing insane. Uh, Typically get up to 4 working sets of each with plenty of warm-ups on the way up the pyramid. This particular week I hit a squat of, I guess we could just take a quick peek and see there. We tested 260. We are training in the strength zone there. Um, felt pretty taxing after the first set, so we kind of came down after that. And then as well, we worked on the deadlift. My deadlift is a little bit lacking compared to some of my other lifts, so it's still coming up quite a bit. So I hit 260 across the board, sets of 5. Uh, and then the squat we dropped down. We also did 4 sessions of upper body. Nothing crazy there. Bench, back, shoulders, keeping the body healthy. Nothing too crazy. So that's how this was looking for this particular week, and we'll follow the same pattern for a while. The way the overall structure works is we go 3 weeks up and then 1 week down into like an active rest. Uh, call that a big AR. Previous years, the active rest week, I would literally just take off and do no running. This year, I'm going to try doing approximately half to kind of 30 to 40% of the volume. Uh, and I think the key thing with your active rest weeks is to ensure that they're restful. So if you're trying 50% of your previous volume and you're still not recovering right, then maybe that's just too high for your particular training state there. So if you're kind of doing the math, we are starting week 3 this week, so next week would be the active rest week. So that's interesting. Not that I feel like I need it per se, but your body can be deceiving. It's important to kind of flush out after a couple weeks of training, especially as your body's kind of getting back into things. So we'll follow this pattern of 3 weeks up, 1 week down, over and over, till at least about the 16-week point of the training, at which point we will be starting to kind of gear in on some training races potentially. I've got one booked up, but I'm still considering to do one more even slightly sooner, kind of around the 18 to 20 week mark. But this is kind of like what the first 16 weeks is going to look like for a bit. Um, yeah, so that was pretty interesting. Was there any other considerations to raise on this one? Overall, I guess well-being, body is bouncing back pretty good. Spending a lot of time just sticking to stretching, foam rolling, you name it. But overall, feeling optimistic. Still very early, so I don't want to get too excited. But week 2 down, week 3 starting. Week three's volume, we are going up to 30.5 miles, so approximately another 8 to 9K kind of tacked on there, and then we will get into that kind of deload week, but it's been going well so far, and yeah, I will catch you next time.